Yo, what's the word? What's the word, OG gang? It's your boy G6 with another one. You know what it is, bro. Listen, I just came out the shop. You can see I got hair. I was brushing with a medium. Brush. So you keep, right? This is softy. Not softy, but you can say in between. I had a 540 for those to follow me. I'm going back to the swirl. As you can see, I'm going back to the swirl. So if you want to change your pattern, you want to shift, this is what I suggest, what I recommend. You got two choices, okay? You could cut it, you do the MJ cut, or you could cut it all the way down and face the consequences. What I mean face the consequences, I mean like you're gonna be ready to have a lot of force and push it to the limit. See what I mean? Do what I'm doing. Because before I had a 540, I had a swirl. So it's not a lot of differences with a 540 and a swirl. It's almost the same. What I changed from the 540 is the you brushing from below your crown all the way here. Depends where your crown is. Since I got an off-center crown, it's all the way to the right. So you brush below crown all the way to below your ear. Okay? All depends on the location you have your crown. The same thing I just did, but from your location. And here you go forward, top forward, and then you slant this way. You see, you slant all the way from here all the way to the bottom. From here, you grab it and you pull it so you could create a spiral. But since I'm done with 540s, what I'm trying to do now, I'm trying to brush normally, which is right here. This is a 360 swirl hybrid, similar to the one the 360 GZ has. A hybrid because I'm using the 540 right here. Because you know normally 360 is like this. You go downward here, or you go like this, right? That's a 360. That's why they call it hybrid, because you're brushing forward here. 360 swirl hybrid. And then you see you're using the 540 techniques. The only thing that you leave it forward. You're not brushing with a slant. You're brushing normally 360 normally. So that's the difference between 540 and the 360 swirl. So I'm going back to my swirl. Rest in peace to the 540s. I'm done with it. And another tip, I got a video coming up. I just came out the shop. So the previous video that I have is going to tell you the same thing. But you know me, I'm always trying to put all information out there. It don't matter if I make 10 videos. If I got to give you the same education, I will. So avoid going to your forehead. Which means, what I mean is, like, if you just came out the shop and of course your hairline is crispy, right? You want to keep it crispy, right? So all you got to do, avoid pushing your brush through your hairline. The reason why, you're going to damage your hairline after you pay a few dollars, which is it's real expensive nowadays. I don't want to sound like I'm broke, like I'm cheap, but expensive. So you want to keep it crispy. Besides that, remember, he just used the blade and the trimmer. So this is kind of soft and tender here. So you don't want to create a scar around your forehead. So avoid your brush from going past him. You see, trying to like keep it there, you know, like minimize. I know it's kind of uncomfortable, but at the end of the day, you're brushing your hair, not your forehead. So trying to keep it behind, you know, trying to keep it behind, so that way you stay fresh, you don't damage your skin. It happened to me when I started being a waver. I had to use a bleach, some cream there, put it in my forehead so I could take all the freaking scars that I had, a lot of scratches. So I used to brush like a dummy before. I used to just brush everywhere and without worrying about my skin. So be advised, okay? Just pay attention to that. You'll be alright. So you see, I'm going to my swirl. Swirl. Remember, the only thing that changed about a swirl is the top, which is your crown. But the rest you could brush 360 regular. You see, like I'm doing right now. Before I used to brush all the way down, which is 540 like this. Now I'm just brushing all the way down normally. 360 normal. And that's it. So this is for my wavers that wanna shift their pattern. Just be advised. It's not gonna be that easy, okay? It takes a lot of patience. Look what I'm doing, look what I'm going through. I know it might look easy, but it's not. You're gonna go through your hard times, okay? So I just decided not to do a 540 no more. Because after this, I'm going either 360 or 720s, all depends. So if you want to shift your pattern, just be advised, you know, it's gonna be a hard mission, but you could get it done. You could get it done. Just focus. Just focus. Brush. Imagine your pattern. That's what counts. You gotta imagine your pattern, how you want it, your head. Imagine. You'll be alright. You'll be alright, cause I did it. You just gotta maintain. You know what I'm saying? You gotta go in. You can't just slack off and oh yeah, OG did it like that and boom boom. No. You gotta imagine what you're doing, you know what I'm saying? You gotta focus. You gotta, not just one day you come and brush and next day just let it be, and then next day just come and brush 5 minutes. And it's like my nephew wanna be a waver. He cut his braids off and he showed me 2 pictures and he told me like, yo uncle, look, I'm brushing. And he look at, he's in the ripple stage, and I ask him how often you brushing. And they're like, oh, I'm brushing 5 minutes a day. Dogs, are you serious? So I told him like, listen bro, waves don't come from one day to another one unless you buy a wig. Any waver could tell you, for you to get a pattern the way that I have, it takes time, dedication. This is like a job. This is like a part-time job. It's like a kid. You gotta dedicate time to it. A lot of wavers, you know, they took their vacation off and they could tell you their progress was gone. Because if you don't brush, you don't spend. A lot of wavers, they could tell you, look on 360 Yeezy, Waveman Mike. A lot of those wavers, they nasty with their pattern. But what happened? They slack. They took a vacation and say, you know, let me relax with this wave for now. I'll be back later. So when they came back, it was over. They had to go again and brush. I'm not saying that they wave was gone, but they had to get to work, you know. So for you to have waves, you gotta maintain your waves. You gotta make sure you constantly brushing and make sure you're brushing the right way too, because it's easy to get a fork, but it's hard to get rid of the fork. Look at me, I got 2 forks. You can say 3 forks I got right now. It might don't look like I got 3 forks, but look, I got one here where I'm brushing at. But now since I'm shifting my pattern, I might gonna have a few more, but all depends. I gotta have a strategy. And I got another one here on top. That's when I was shifting from 360 swirl to 540. You see what I'm saying? Because your whole wave, your whole pattern is gonna shift. So be advised, be ready for that. If you want to shift your pattern without scalping, you could do it. I'm not saying you can, but you're gonna get mad because when those waves start falling with each other and creating that fork, because they're gonna reestablish in your head because you shifting everything. Don't get mad. Once again, it's gonna be a bumpy ride. So that's all I have to say. You can shift any day. The key is of you willing to brush. Because I'm willing to brush. Look, I got a fork right here too. And I'm brushing. You gotta make your sacrifices. It's right here, you gotta brush normally, like 360, you know, behind your ear, downward. You see how I'm avoiding my hairline because I don't want to create bruise. That's it, that's what you gotta do. You gotta make sacrifices. Alright, so you already know, man. Just trying to help out, that's all. This is for my wavers, you know, beginners and elite wavers, if you're watching this video. I know elite wavers don't have to watch this video because they're already on top, so I gotta say my beginners, whoever wants to become a waver and they want to get 360 with a swirl or 540, 720, 360 hybrid, which is, that's what I got, 360 swirl with hybrid. Just do this. You could do it. I'm doing it. You could do it. I'm just saying, you know. And that's how you get it. All right. You know, every time I got some tips, I gotta give it to you guys. You know what I'm saying? You guys supporting me. You guys is always there for me. You know, I gotta appreciate. I gotta be grateful. So this is 360 with a swirl hybrid. So be advised. I'm gonna continue brushing. You know, you could check. I got more videos. Got one video right here, one here. I got one on top. Check one of those. Whichever you like, go check it out. You probably got to work on that. I got different topics, you know. I'm going to continue brushing, and I'm not going to say see you later. Just go watch that video. You know, hope you like it.